hier auf dem Kanal. Ich bin, wie ihr seht, natürlich auf der SimRacing Expo. Nintendo ist auch da. So, hier sieht es sonst so aus mit den ganzen SimRacing-Sachen. Heute ist der erste Tag. Ich bin jetzt hier 4 Tage am Start und ich freue mich sehr auf die kommenden Tage. Ich werde euch einfach mal ein bisschen mitnehmen, ein bisschen alles zeigen. Ich werde selber mal schauen, was ich vielleicht für mein zukünftiges Rig haben möchte. Und ja, wie gesagt, ich nehme euch einfach mal mit. Da läuft man einfach nichts ahnt über die Messe. Ist schon ein paar Runden hier einfach hergelaufen und entdeckt jetzt das hier. Wie nice ist das bitte? Oh mein Gott. Das hypt mich ja immer sowas. Ne? Ich finde, das ist so geil. Ich habe gesagt, ich nehme euch mal ein bisschen mit und das ist so schon geil. Bin happy. Also ich weiß nicht, ob ihr mich versteht, ist ein bisschen laut hier. Wir sind gerade bei D-Box und wir fahren hier gerade mit Maro Engel quasi die Rekordrunde auf der Nordschleife. Guten Morgen, wir haben Tag 2 hier auf der SimRacing Expo. Ich bin ein bisschen müde. Mal gucken, was halt alles so ansteht. Wir hatten jetzt auch die Bavaria Classics auch, also die Retro-Messe. Vielleicht gehen wir da später mal drüber. Ansonsten, ich laufe gerade noch mit Dizzy und Mike rum. Ja, mal schauen. Heute wird es wieder voller, da das jetzt sich der Fachbesucher aufhält. Mal gucken, ich nehme euch wieder mit. So, wir sind hier gerade in der Virtual Racing Lounge und schauen gerade Dizzy zu, wer hier im Motion Rig fährt. Gucken, was er so kann. Das ist Spielberg, die kurze Variante. gerade mit Adam. Wir sind hier gerade bei AMG und gucken wir uns jetzt das super nice Auto an. Es ist so insane. Und Adam hat Bock, uns das einfach mal zu zeigen. So, let's go!
Hi, so my name's Adam Christodoulou. I'm one of the drivers for Mercedes-AMG, and right behind us we have the new Mercedes-AMG track series. This just started off as a bit of an idea that they had over a few drinks, basically just saying that shall we try and turn the Black Series into a track car and see whether we can get even more power out of it and even less weight. And so what started off as just a bit of a crazy idea has now turned into a reality. So basically it's a bit of a merge of the road car power but with GT3 and GT4 components, and so it's pushing out 334 horsepower, it weighs 1400 kilos, and for me this is the quickest thing or the most powerful car that I have driven so far. So like on the straights at Mugello, for example, we end up doing just over 290 kilometers an hour, which is about 30-35 kilometers quicker than any GT3 race car that I've raced around that circuit. So I can show you a little bit around the car if you want. So they have limited it to just 55 of these units, basically. So the 55 years is for the Mercedes-AMG 55 years anniversary, and so yeah, it's very special. Like, it's got loads of power. This is basically the first time they've built a car without any regulations, without any race regulations for GT3 or GT4, which is why they've got so much power in it. It's got this extra big brake disc for extra cooling. It's the biggest brake disc that we do for the race car, and basically it's just because it's having to slow it down from such high speeds. But this beautiful splitter which sticks out, this gives it more downforce. The lower the car, the more grip as well. And then obviously just above it is the massive grille. So the massive grille is for the cooling of the engine, the oil, the brake system, the turbos, everything. It's an art of carbon fibre in there. So yeah, we've got the twin turbos right at the top. We've got the extra cooling, we've got a super big radiator. If you look into the scoop, you can see the fans and the radiator. When we zoom back out, you can see that even under the bonnet, we direct the airflow to the turbos or to other parts of the engine. The air that goes in here comes out there, goes through these tunnels into the car, and basically that's what cools the driver down. Because you don't realise, from pushing something to its limit,
I didn't know that worked. That's so interesting.
It creates a lot of heat, and so it also keeps the driver cool. So it's a good incentive for us to go faster, because the quicker we go, the more air we get. But then,
like, how many degrees are in the car when you're driving?
I guess it can get up to like 40-50 degrees. It really depends on the ambient temperature.
Yeah, of course.
So these cars are designed to race from anything from freezing cold Nordschleife conditions where it can be 1 or 2 degrees up to racing in Dubai where the outside temperature can already be 35 degrees. So within the car it can get up to 50, and so getting airflow is extremely important for the drivers. Just got some of these beautiful little details like this little carbon fibre lip. Basically, as the airflow goes over this, the air from the radiator gets sucked out, so it speeds up the airflow just to cool it down even more. We've got the louvers, so basically this is just above the wheel arch. From the wheel rotating, it creates a lot of turbulence, and then as the air goes over this, it drags the air out of each of these veins, which then sucks the car even closer to the ground. When the air hits this, it flips out, and again any air under the car gets sucked out of the wheel arch, and it's all of these little fine beautiful details which just ends up giving the car more and more grip. Then we go to the rear of the car where we've got this monstrous
It's a monster.
And so we've got 3-4 different settings here, and then we can also change the middle wing as well. And then as you start to look down, we've got the 4 exhausts. We've got less silencers than the road car, so the noise this thing produces is incredible. It sounds so good, especially on the limiter. Come down to the rear diffuser. Again, like, it's been in the wind tunnel, and all of this is just to produce as much downforce as possible with the least amount of drag. So the air that comes out of here comes up, goes up, and again that just sucks the car to the ground, giving it even more grip. We've got the extra cooling. Basically the air comes in here. This is for all the gearbox. And for the compressor, this is what does the quick shift on the gearbox. We've got a 120 litre fuel tank, that's what all of this is, with the fast fill section on. So the dump churn goes on, it presses in there.
You just put it in.
Yeah, literally fuel rig on, and it can fill the fuel tank in about 35-40 seconds for 100 litres. To jump in basically as the driver. got like this is the biggest base seat. So for me, I'm too low in the car. That noise that you just heard is the compressor getting ready for basically the gear shifts. Just because I've turned the ignition off. As it's a static car, we've just got a static screen here. Normally you've got all your speed on there, your temperatures, what traction control you're running. The first thing you do when you get in during a driver change, sorry, I'm something else, is you plug in the 5-point harness. Once your harness is in, you then tighten up all the straps. Again, these are all quick release. So I'm a little handicapped at the moment. I managed to trap my thumb in a door the other day.
Oh, okay.
So we've got the 5-point harness, and then right here we've got a little lever. I don't know whether you can see this, but basically this is for the pedal adjustment.
All right.
The seat doesn't move, so we've got 3 pedals, just like you would in a road car, and then we've also got a steering wheel adjustment as well.
Like in an endurance race, how much time do you have to make it perfect?
So during, it depends on the championship, but like in GT or Challenge Sprint Series, realistically you want to be doing a driver change in about 15 seconds. If you don't, then that's potential time lost, and whilst you're stationary, like you're on the track and you're fighting for hundredths and tenths of a second. So if you suddenly lose 2 seconds in the pits, this can be the difference between winning and finishing 5th.
Oh, that's crazy.
And so
so you really have to hurry up.
Yeah, so you've got to do it as fast as you can. But in some of the endurance races, when you're filling up the fuel and the tyres, you have like maybe 45 seconds to do all of this. So we've got the radio system to the team. We've got the drink system, so you can pick your vodka or gin or whatever you want to drink. It's only water.
Of course.
So, and then we've got the page up and down button. Same with the indicators, left and right. We've got neutral, window wiper, window squirter. We've got the main beam, on and off, pit limiter, and then the flash button. That's my favourite button.
Of course. I think it's every driver's favourite button, right?
And so get out the way. We've got the brake bias, so we go clockwise to the front or anti-clockwise to the rear, depending on where you want the brake balance. We've got fuel reset, map 1, 2 and 3. Map 3 is the actual is the fastest map in real life. I know on the sim it can sometimes be different, but this is just to make it uniform, I guess, for every car. We've got the brightness and the dimness for the screens. In fact, if I put the pit limiter on, you can see this maybe a little bit better.
Ah, yeah.
We've got the hazard lights. If you're pressing that, you've got a problem. We've got the light system, rain lights, and the fans. So we also have a fan as well, but generally you get most cooling by going fast. We've got ABS, traction control. So we've got 12 settings here. Depending on whether it's wet, we go down to as low as 1 or 2, or if it's really grippy, then we go up to 10. We've got the mirrors like in the road car, reverse, main switch, ignition, fuel pump, and fire extinguisher. Do not press that. So unless you're on fire. With that, we're jumping in and out of the car. Right, so go foot first, and then you won't mind your head. There we go. And then generally, like, you want your driver height to be in the middle of this. So you're a few inches too low. But basically the seat is molded to the driver. So like when I'm racing, generally I'm one of the smaller drivers, so I end up with like a little booster seat that gets molded to me for. Yeah, your own insert. Yeah, a little, what's it called, a maxi cozy or a booster. So, but then yeah, you can do all the belts up if you want. So pull the one from in between your legs first. Just pull that straight down. Hold on, there we go.
And then you have this,
yeah? Yep. So always do the bottom ones first.
Yeah, then you have to.
And then pull these black straps there. And do this one.
And then this one.
Then your shoulder ones.
And that's good.
Yeah, that's it. And then to loosen them, you pull the little black toggles. Yeah, and just pull it up. The same with the outside ones, just pull it forwards and then undo the latch. And like I said, normally there's a bungee so it gets all the belts out of the way. And then you can jump out. So.
I think out is harder than
Ta-da! There we go, looking good.
So, wir sind fertig mit der Tour. Ich hoffe, euch hat es gefallen. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
You're welcome.
I hope you liked it and check out his account. It's linked in the bio. So follow him on Instagram and Twitter.
Yep, sounds good.
Oh.
Hilfe!
Ich komm an die
Decke.
Decke.
Das ist crazy. Aber man hängt voll in dem Dingen drin, ne? Also hier, guck mal, da Leute sind einfach kopfüber.
Hallo. Mein Kopf geht voll rot.
Ja, meine auch. Aber das ist witzig.
Die Decke hält immer gut hier.
Das ist cool. Einen wunderschönen guten Morgen. Ich bin hier schon wieder auf der Messe. Gerade ist noch nichts los, super leer. Laufe ein bisschen rum. Heute findet das Rennen statt. Dizzy ist auch am Start. Und ja, jetzt kann ich ja mal ein bisschen was filmen, was ihr dann auch sehen könnt, ohne dass da Menschen zwischendurch rumrennen. Also mal gucken. Ich laufe ein bisschen rum hier. Ich habe hier heute mein Unicorns of Love Jersey an. Die supporte ich nachher beim Rennen. Ich bin hier nochmal bei Man hört schon, einige Simulatoren sind schon wieder am Laufen. Da wird noch gestaubsaugt. Muss auch sein. Das hier ist quasi die, ich nenne es mal Boxengasse im SimRacing. Hier sind die ganzen Jungs am Trainieren und nachher auch am Rennen fahren. Haben alle ihre Rigs hier aufgebaut. Hier sind die Unicorns. Williams. Ein Dizzy. Und dann wird hier nachher gefahren. Quasi eine riesige LAN-Party. Voll geil. Hier stehen jetzt die ganzen Berühmtheiten.
Du bist ein bisschen kleiner als ich, aber das hätte ich jetzt nicht gedacht.
Ein Mavix ist da.
Ja.
Also
Ein Wind ist da.
Ja, wir müssen auch eine Runde
Ja, ein bisschen schön hier.
Puschelweg,
Viele Leute.
genau.
Das ist so geil einfach.
Eckenschützen,
Das ist so nice, so viele Leute hier zu sehen, die man sonst nur online kennt und so. Das wird das Niceste eigentlich hier tatsächlich. Einfach viele Leute kennenlernen, viele Gesichter, Namen zuzuordnen und so. Das macht mega Spaß. So, die Unicorns sind hier gerade am Fahren. Gerade war Rennstart. Da hinten sieht es ein bisschen kritisch aus. ultra anstrengend alles tatsächlich. Also ich hätte nicht gedacht, dass ich so kaputt sein werde. Aber es war richtig cool, es hat super viel Spaß gemacht, es war super, super nice, die Leute hier alle zu treffen, die Sachen auszuprobieren, zu connecten und so. Es war mega, mega cool. Also ich hoffe, ihr habt auch einen guten Eindruck bekommen durch den Vlog. Also falls es euch gefallen hat, lasst einfach ein Like da, einen Kommentar da.